Laurie, dear, he wants to talk to you. He wants to take you out tonight. Here's your look at a Halloween 1978 custom diorama. I want to send out a big thank you to viewer Glenn, who actually designs these custom dioramas and sells them. I'll provide the links down below in the video description if you guys would like to get one of these for your displaying of your Michael Myers. Now, right now, as you can see, I've got Michael Myers somewhat hiding behind the bush that he hides in the 1978 classic Halloween. For this, I'm actually using the Tots Halloween Michael Myers from 1978. And right now, as you can see, he's sort of just looming off to the side of the bush. He's not really fooling anybody. This actually was sent to me, and again, I'll provide the link down below to Glenn's work. He does some incredible dioramas for 6 scale figures, and actually even smaller figures as well. We're going to go ahead and just take Michael Myers out of the frame for right now. We're going to move him to the side because we will be bringing him back in a second. I want to show you how this arrives. Now, speaking of how it arrived, sadly, though, I have to report that there was a little bit of damage. I don't know what ended up happening, but it basically involves 2 pieces, and I'll show you how those come together in a second. While I did get this in the mail, it actually does have a crack at the bottom here. I mean, again, I could probably just pretend that that's part of the actual sidewalk. I'm going to see if maybe I can fix that up. I don't know, again, what happened. It may have gotten crushed. But he's basically using a foam material and recreating the sidewalk. Now, of course, Laurie and her friends are walking up when they see, or at least Laurie sees, part of Michael leaning off to the side of the bush. And again, I think he's replicated this rather nicely. You've got the one curb area that he has replicated like a grass finish. And then located on the back of it are a bunch of magnets that you can then take the bush part of it, which has corresponding magnets, and those just attach to the back. You can see that he's ledged in such a way as well that the 2 halves come together rather nicely. And there still is, as I spin this around, enough of a space in the back that you can take your 6 scale Michael Myers and have him standing behind it. One of the other neat things that he did do as well, not only did we get the 2 parts to put together for the diorama, but Glenn also included a bunch of leaves too. Little tiny leaves of different colors. I didn't dump them all out just yet because I wanted to wait for this review because I knew I would have to pick them all up afterwards. But it comes with a bunch of leaves. I'll just dump these into my hand so you can see them for right now. Very tiny little leaves of different colors, all representing fall. There's brown leaves, there's orange leaves. But basically, I'm just going to lay them all around here. And some of them are going to be a little more believable than others. Probably shouldn't have so crudely dumped them all out like this because I'll have to have them facing upward. But like in the movie, you have a little bit on the actual grass area, and then you can have some of them also onto the sidewalk as well. The only thing that's really missing from this equation is, of course, to bring in a Michael Myers. And I've got myself the 1978 Michael Myers from Tots. Still, I believe, to be the best 6 scale retail release Michael Myers that's on the market. I still have not yet picked up the Sideshow Collectibles Michael Myers. Unfortunately, my Michael Myers, I don't know what has happened to him, but he's got a little bit of a chipped paint on the end of his nose. Ultimately, I think I'm going to be picking up another one of these anyways because Tots are going to be following up with an add-on pack that's going to give you the more greener colored coveralls. It's also going to give you Bob's sheet, the telephone. I think it's also going to give you Judith's tombstone as well. So there's going to be a fair enough reason, I think, to pick up another one of these Michael Myers, and maybe this might be the Michael I'm going to ultimately put underneath Bob's sheet. But for the time being, what we're going to do, now, these are magnets, but it would still be best advised to kind of hold everything together as you're shifting it around. But Michael Myers, essentially, you just have him looming behind it. Now, let me turn it from the side so you can see, get a better idea of what's happening here. I feel like Glenn gave you just enough clearance on the back of the diorama. They can have Michael Myers very comfortably standing, and it doesn't feel like he's going to be leaning off to the edge and falling off of it. And then, of course, one thing I also want to do as well, I'm going to just take this back off and bring this around. I want to show you guys the detail work that he actually put into the bush itself. Now, in the movie, actually, it's not all green. A lot of the bush actually is more of a brownish color, almost as if some of it's dying, almost actually on the side that's facing Michael Myers. So he's kind of replicated that as well, giving us a faux shrubbery, but then he's also gone in there and he painted all the details done with some additional brown paint. maybe he's airbrushed some additional brown or something on it. It's only really on the one side, so it's of course going to be on the show side of the diorama. You're not going to see it there on the back, but at least he's actually finished the back of the diorama. So at least if you're going to be seeing it from this side, it's not just the coloring of the foam. It looks like he's actually gone in there and painted it as well. And one thing, again, by using magnets, it's very easy to disassemble this and put it back together. Short of me actually just straightening out the leaves, because some of the leaves now are appearing a little white versus the orange and the beige color that we're already looking at. It is a really nice looking diorama. I think it's also scaled properly in the same size frame that I could probably also still keep it in my D12. Now, it probably will still involve me only then displaying just the Michael Myers from the 78 behind the shrubbery, behind the bush. And maybe what I might end up doing is just taking my other Michael Myers, and I might just actually just have them in the diorama, maybe in the shelf below. Or I might even just have these all out on display, maybe put this guy on a shelf. But it's a really nice little accompanying piece if you already have the existing Michael Myers that Trick or Treat Studios have put out, but they also the Sideshow collectibles, which I still haven't picked up, and I'm kind of on the fence as to whether I want to actually get it, because I've now seen it in hand or seen it in person, and it kind of looks a little on the rough side. I might still end up picking up anyways, but it definitely does complement the Trick or Treat Michael Myers from 1978 rather nicely. If you're a big fan of this specific scene from the original 78 classic Halloween, where you have Michael Myers sort of just looming behind the bush and Laurie's the one that only catches wind of it, then this is definitely a great piece to pick up and a really nice way to, again, add on and just sort of enhance the way that you're displaying your 6-scale figures. I'll provide the details down below in the video description if you guys would like to head on over and check out Glenn's work. He does some incredible dioramas. A big thank you to Glenn, who actually sent this my way that we could have a look at here on this channel. Today we were having a look at a slightly different thing. We were looking at a custom 1978 Halloween Michael Myers diorama scene that consists of, again, the bush, the front of the curb, and a few little leaves that I'm going to have to straighten out because some of the leaves are facing upward and white. If you guys are new to this channel, enjoying all the content you're seeing, you can do one thing. Two things, actually. The first thing, you can hit that subscribe button down below. You can turn then the bell notification on. And of course, you can keep your peepers peeled to this channel, because there will be, in fact, more reviews lined up and coming your way. And as always, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.